Your phone rings a lot, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and talking about the death and everything, and I appreciate you explaining all this because it is confusing. And the last few years, a lot of people die. The older we get, we know more people, and it's just
Baby boomers.
yeah, it's true. That's our generation, and we're but there's been a lot of suicide. What's up with that? How does that work? I always heard you go straight to hell if you commit suicide, but how do you?
You might think you are for a moment, and whatever you think you are, you get on the other side. That's how it works. I mean, Daddy and I were talking one day, and my daddy was a minister, you know that.
Yes.
But one day we were talking and about that, and he told me, suicides, he thought that they went to hell. And I told him, I said, Daddy, on the other side, if you think you're going to hell, you are. I said, you're going to have your version of hell. Whatever you think it might be, it could be burning, it could be whatever. But on the other side, when you get there, it takes sometimes a moment for you to understand this isn't what it really is. That's like when Ronald Reagan died, and he, for a little while, still thought he had Alzheimer's. About 3 days, actually. It was till they went to out to the San Francisco, is it, or Los Angeles, where his library is. I should know. I know I should know. But when they went there and they were dedicating that to him, or took his body there, that's when he figured out that he no longer had an infirmity. And it was all of a sudden because he was trying to be close to his wife, Nancy, because he loved her so much. And when he figured that out, it was like, thank you, God, I'm alive and I'm okay now, and I could see a difference in him, how he changed. By the way, I love Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
But he's, and his wife's a very good person too, a nice person. But whenever he did that, and I saw the difference in him, because it made me wonder for the first 3 or 4 days, or 3 days, I think it was, and that might have some significance too, because I've heard my daddy say before too that on the 3rd day they rise like Jesus did, and that's not necessarily so, because I've seen people that committed suicide go to the other side and go, oh my God, I'm not dead. I've seen them do it, and then they're thinking, what's going to happen now? But they're in their own special place of loneliness. Then I've seen those that thought they were dead, because they killed themselves. They ought to be, and they're just laid out in little beds waiting to wake up. So I've seen all kinds of things, but no, they don't, not unless they desire to be penalized.
What's the loneliness you talk about? They're in their own little loneliness. What does that mean?
Somebody has to be very lonely to want to kill themselves in the first place. Yeah. Okay? So now they've got that mentality, and we take whatever it is we have here to the other side with us for a moment or two. Okay? And when I say a moment, that could be a day, or that could be a day, or it could be years. It's over there is eternal. We take traits that we had here to the other side with us, and then we find out what we need to know over there and to remember. And that's really, it's remembering. Okay?
Yeah.